What I'm going to do today is glue the leading edge down. What I did overnight, I just put some clamps on there to weigh that down. The glue up top here has been dried for a couple days. I put these clamps on there just to weigh that down a bit, and that's been on there for a day just to create a bit of a curve there. Then what I'm going to do is just take hot, wet cloth and lay it on there to soften that up a bit, and then I'll wrap that around. That wraps around pretty good. I could probably get away with even without putting any moisture on there, but I'm going to do that just to make it easier. This is glued into spot. It looks good, nice and stiff. Now I'm going to build cut out a piece of plywood just to go on the front here on this side. I've been looking at a number of different lights, navigation lights and beacon lights and stuff like that. I'm not sure what to put. I was thinking of putting one just on here with the navigation lights and I don't know what else you call them, the beacon lights. The red and green on the wing tips, and on the back the white lights. Let me know what you guys put for lights on your planes, and I still haven't figured that out, but we'll see. All right, I'll give you an update as soon as I get the leading edge glued down and around. I'm not going to do that back piece until I get some plywood cut for there, but I'm going to get these ones done and glued on and secured and out of the way, and then we can focus on the wing. Here are my warm wet rags. I have them on this section first. Left them there for about 10, 15, then I put them on that section. I took this section and just wrapped it underneath and clamped it in place for the time being. Now I'm going to let this sit for 10, 15. I'll do the same thing. I'll wrap them and clamp them down here. Then I'm going to flip the wing over so I can actually work right side up. Glue it along that, I don't even know what they call that, the false bar rib top part, and then clamp it back in place just like that, and we'll have ourselves a leading edge. Really quickly, I cut out a piece of plywood. It's just sitting on there right now for the Hoerner wingtip. Just got a rough piece of scrap that I've got as a leading edge, and that's kinda how it's going to match up there. Obviously it's just rough cut in there, but that's the basic idea. I don't know if I have enough room here to actually show you what it's going to look like. Kind of like that. That's all glued on down there. This worked pretty well. I let it soak for a few minutes. Flip the wing over, and then wrap these around, and they were wrapped around, but glued them, then wrapped them around. Gotta be careful. I have to fudge with this for a little bit to get it smooth. This has to go this way, and this has to go this way, and it took a couple of minutes to get it nice and straight and even, but it had to, you have to fudge with it a little bit there. I had to move this all kind of this way so that it would lay flat with this one here. That was the only part where I had to do any fiddling. 10 minutes with a hot rag just on there, and that bent like simple. I started in the middle, got this one down first in the middle, and then just worked my way to each side. I left a bit of an overhang here. We can always trim that when I figure out exactly what needs to be done there. I haven't got this last one in. I showed you just kind of the template of the curve that I wanted to do there. I want to get everything else glued and do that last so that I can have a nice joint right in there that's going to seal. That cardboard, plywood's just loose on there as well. I did glue this little piece in there to add strength there to that last rib. I've got that one glued in. I glued in a couple geodetics here and here to strengthen the middle there. I might do some triangulation. I thought about doing triangulation there. I'm not sure because it is a triangle. I'll do another one here. I ran out of glue, so I'm going to do another one here. I'm going to shape this a little bit better so it gives it a nice, good connection there. And that's a Hoerner wingtip. I think it's going to turn out really well. Like I said, I was thinking about doing some lights maybe right here. Am I getting that? There we go. Do some lights there. I don't know what anyone else uses for lights. Like to find out. It is in Canada an advanced ultralight, so I don't have to have lights or anything. I'm going to register it as an experimental amateur built plane. I can still fly it as an advanced ultralight, but it will be an amateur built experimental airplane so that I can do some traveling with it. If I ever wanted to go IFR, I can do that. I don't know if I would ever do that in something like this, but I have got an idea of what I want to do, and maybe someday that will happen. All right, that's it for this week. An early edition, and I'm heading to the mountains are calling me, so I'm going to be going out to the mountains for a week. I'll catch you when I get back.